Yahoo! Welcome, my beautiful brothers and sisters, to the Aquarian Adepts, my platform to become your spiritual server. And welcome to your daily Adept report for today, May the 13th of 2018, Sunday. Thank you so much for joining me. And let's dive into the cards and ability astrology to see what in the world is going on. I know there's a major shift. I know you can feel it. I know I feel it. Even though I'm aware of what's going on, it's really intense. But before I hop into that, happy Mother's Day to all of the beautiful mothers out there. Thank you so much for what you do. Thank you so much for your love. Thank you so much for your unconditional love. Really, this world would not exist without you mothers. And I know a lot of you all in that divine feminine energy feels underappreciated. And as someone who follows like the stars and the astrology and the energies and uses their intuition, I'm telling you that there is balance coming. The balance is coming. And you will definitely be more appreciated, especially once the North Node comes into Cancer. But just letting you all know, thank you so much. Thank you so much for all that you do, the unconditional love. You guys definitely have the toughest job in the world, but I would have to imagine it's also the most rewarding job in the world. But anyways, what is going on? Well, we are still kind of dealing with this Mercury-Uranus conjunction and square to Mars. We also have to consider the fact that the moon will be conjuncting Uranus and also squaring Mars. This is really intense. We also have Mercury, which will shift into Taurus later. So even from a mental state, there's been so much edge, but then it hits Taurus and it gets grounded. So it's like we are really coming into this major shift point where our value system is going to change forever. If you have not already checked it out, I did make a Uranus entering into Taurus video, which kind of further explains what's going on here. So over the next few days, the cards that I draw, this is really the energy that we're dealing with. We're dealing with the square with Uranus to Mars. Mars will also come into Aquarius in a couple of days. But as far as today goes, there's really going to be like this bang where it's like even just more and more and more. We're coming into these deeper quantum level epiphanies about who we are and our value and where the world is heading. We have to consider that Uranus is it moves around the chart once every 84 years. So this is like a generational planet. This is going to affect everybody on the deepest level. My beautiful beloved, I know y'all can feel it. I know y'all can feel this intense energy, and we're all going through it. It doesn't matter if you consider yourself good or bad. It doesn't matter if you are the most law-abiding citizen or if you're in prison. We are all feeling this energy, and we are all going to shift majorly forever. I think it's interesting how the overall theme of this card is actually, of this reading, is actually the Nine of Pentacles in reverse. This typically shows a lady who is confident, very sure of herself, very sure of her manifesting abilities. She doesn't have to lean on anybody. With the Nine of Pentacles reverse, we are feeling like there's this shake-up in our self-confidence. There's this shake-up in what we truly see as value, and we're trying to really figure out if we really can manifest. But this is really just what this is speaking of is literally the shift from the old value system to the new value system. We're going to have to adopt a new sense of self-confidence. We're going to have to adopt new self-worth, because what we're realizing is that the true worth, it's not in money, it's not really in things, it's in us. It's energy, it's our soul, it's our spirit. That's what we're learning. Interesting enough, with the exposition, we actually have the Ace of Pentacles in reverse. So once again, this isn't necessarily bad reverse, because I believe we are all being offered this chance to reform the way that we see ourselves. We're offered this chance to really revamp our self-value. This is going to be a radical shift in self-worth and abundance. And we are definitely going to be offered something by the universe today. But whether or not we take it, I think it's like we're going to be a little confused, because the Nine of Pentacles, it's like we can already feel that our foundation is shaken up, and then we're going to be offered this things like, hey, but here's your true worth, here's your inherent abundance, and we're going to be like, you're going to hand me this while everything is collapsing, while everything is falling down? Like, I don't know how to feel about this, man. I don't know how to go along with this. That's the inciting action of this story today. It's the Three of Cups. A celebration. A celebration. It's emotional fulfillment. There's a reason to celebrate during this. Even though things seem like they're shaken up and things are crazy and there are lightning storms everywhere, there's a reason to celebrate today with the Three of Cups. And it's interesting how we have the Knight of Wands once again appearing in the rising action spot, but this time it's upright, which means that now that we went through the shift that we went through yesterday, and now that Mercury is going to come into Taurus, now it's like we are really being primed to put in this position to where we really can take purposeful action, and we really can manifest, we really can dive into our life in a way that allows us to really feel this new sense of self-worth and self-value, that really allows us to tap into our true abundance, the infinity of who we are. And I want you to look at this. He has lizards crawling across like his this tunic or whatever. The lizard is actually it is a animal and symbol of transformation and regeneration. If you like cut off like its tail or one of its legs, it can actually regrow it back. So in many ways, we kind of feel like there's a part of us that's getting cut off. We feel like there's a part of us that's getting chopped away. But that part is being regenerated and being regrown back stronger, so we can actually go forth and manifest the life that we really want. Interesting enough how we had the climax card as the Ten of Pentacles. This is beautiful. This is speaking to real abundance and actually manifesting and creating that beautiful life where we feel confident that things are really good. They're gravy. They're gravy, they're groovy, you know? We're going to be dancing at the end of the day, especially with the Three of Cups, you know, being the inciting action. We're going to be feeling more and more that we really can do this, that we really can be abundant, and that it's not really dictated by any of these old, archaic ideologies, these false expectations appearing real. We really can make it to that spot. Now here's the interesting part about this reading today. We have the falling action as the Seven of Wands, and we have the resolution as the King of Wands, and these are both reversed. You're going to still be dealing with people today that aren't ready for the shift, that are trying to hold on to the old reality, and are going to be taking actions that really do not fall in line with their higher self, that really do not fall in line with where the world is heading. They're going to try and take actions based off of the old ideology. The Seven of Wands can be a card of perplexity. This can give people a bit of anxiety because they're going to try and hold on to this old way. And I'm going to go ahead and tell you right now, everybody is crazy. There's just two sides of this crazy. Is the people who are crazy that realize that things are shifting and they're like, damn, am I crazy for wanting to shift this? Well, I just feel like this is what I need to do, and that's the way that my life is going, so I'm going to do it. But then you're also going to have the people that are like, I got to hold on to the way things are. I have to hold on to the old foundation. I got to try and keep it together. Meanwhile, it's going to be shaking, and they're trying to hold on to this thing. It's like trying to, hold on to a tower of cards that's falling. It's just going to, collapse anyways. But the Seven of Wands is literally going to be people trying to defend their old way of being and trying to defend their old world, trying to defend, and there are riches from the past. We can learn from the past. There are great things that happened in the past, but this is Uranus shifting into Taurus. Even though that's on the 15th and today's the 13th, that energy is really still happening right now. And like I said, the moon is going to catch up to the spot. So whereas with Mercury and our mind was becoming aware of the shift, now our emotions are going to become aware of the shift. This is what the Three of Cups is about, which means that of all the cards for cups to appear, either this or the Ace of Cups, or even the Two of Cups would have been the perfect, but of all the cups to appear, the Three of Cups is incredible for this to appear. to appear as the moon is catching up to this spot and is going to make this square, because it means that despite the fact that things are changing and shifting forever, there is a reason to celebrate, because we are going to create a better world for ourselves and therefore the populace at large. So are you going to try and defend the old world? Are you going to try and defend this old way of being, this old value? Are you going to do that today, beloved? Are you going to, and this doesn't necessarily have to be you, this could be other people. You're going to come across other people that are trying to defend this. And then with the resolution, you have the King of Wands. This is really about, this right here, I would like to even attribute to Mars, even though, like I said, I feel like really the 13th, the 14th, and the 15th, all these days kind of mold together. That's why, as far as like the astrology, the energy goes, that's why I'm like kind of looking ahead, because I feel like all these days kind of mold together. This right here is actually Mars shifting into Aquarius and realizing that things are like totally shifted, because we have to remember the South Node is in Aquarius. So there's going to be like this push to want to escape with Mars shifting into Aquarius. There's going to be like this push to where like the masses are going to get really riled up and angry and wanting to like, oh, we got to change this thing. You're damn right we got to change it. But is it purposeful action? Is it actually going to really work? We have to consider that while Aquarius is the sign of revolution, the fact that the South Node is here means that the way that we revolt and the way that we rebel is also shifting. And the way that we did it in the past doesn't work anymore. I think the fact that Uranus is shifting to Taurus might help it out a little bit, because there'll be such a bodily even need to do so. But the King of Wands being the resolution is us realizing that the actions that we take, affect everyone. The actions that we take affect the earth and all beings on the earth. And the King of Wands appearing here. And it's interesting. I want to show you once again. Look at this one. He even has a lizard next to him, right? And then you have the lion and the lizard here. So we really are regenerating even the way that we act and our persona. We're regenerating all of this. This is a huge quantum revolution and evolution of our persona and who we are and our ego. And then subsequently, of course, our foundation. So the King of Wands in reverse here is really going to be like, we have to almost take like this reality check. We have to do like a double take on like, so, whoa, this is actually, what I do actually does affect other people. What I do actually does affect the world. Because it's interesting, what follows after Aries? Taurus. And what is Taurus? Fixed earth. There are people that get so caught up in acting a certain way, and they just direct it, and they don't really think about it, and they're just rash, and it's that immature Aries energy, but they don't realize that what they do becomes fixed once it hits Taurus. It's like these companies that dump toxic waste into the ocean because they're trying to just make money and they don't care. They just want to protect their bottom line, but then they don't realize that what follows that action fixed earth, and it's fucking up the planet, and it fucks up everyone's level of life. It fucks up everyone's quality of life. So no more. This reading today and this what's happening over the next few days from today until the new moon and Uranus shifting is like, we have to realize that we can create a beautiful world, because our world is already beautiful, it's amazing, but we really can create a world that is abundant for everyone. But we really do have to take a reality check into who we are and where our value is. That's what's going on here. The old world is done. It's time for the new world. We are stepping into the new world and the new reality. Are you along for the ride, my beloved? Are you along for the ride? Anyways, that is it for this reading. I hope you all enjoyed it. If you did, please like, share, and subscribe. I would really appreciate it. And if you would like a personal reading with me, you can follow the link in the description below to the Aquarian Adepts. And always remember, my beautiful brothers and sisters, to keep moving forward, to stay focused, and Yahoo! Woo-hoo! Smile often.